side of all of this that data professionals have to get to senior leaders.
Those are the kind of guys that will be early adopters with data literacy programs.
Analytics, storytelling that you do need to bring into the curriculum, that they are as close to the network of driving that culture. So just on the executive topic again, these executives have a lot of priorities coming at them, a lot of things people are asking them to do. The board is saying, what are we doing in AI? We want data sciences, we have to transform our business model and digitize. And so our jobs is to position data literacy in its proper place as part of the bigger solution, digital solution. But inevitably, you're going to come down to ROI discussion. What is the return on this particular investment as opposed to this investment? What are some of the aspects of return on investment that we should be looking at and helping in building the business case?
So data is an interesting space when it comes to ROI, because in a lot of cases, data is just a piece of a process. It's not the whole process, right? So the example we can use is a churn model or predictive analytics around closing sales. Let's go with predictive analytics around closing sales. If you build a good model that turns out 10% more closing of sales, you can see a determinant value that sits there. But a lot of the work is indeterminate value. So a part of the data literacy at the senior level is teaching, where does data give us an actual ROI value that you can put a dollar amount to, or here a rand amount to, right? And then also teaching them that sometimes the data stories and data visualizations are just data points that help drive a new decision. And so then you're measuring the value of that decision. Data is just a piece of that, though. So you have to teach, there is ROI, right? It could be predictive analytics, prescriptive analytics. The investment cut productivity hours in a better way went from 20 to 10 hours. So you've got hours of productivity. Data professionals have to get really, really good at being able to communicate value. You can't just build things that take 3 months and there's no way to measure anything from it. You could lose investment very quick that way, because what does a CFO and a CEO want to know? Bottom line, what did this do for us?
Saving money or making money.
It's saving money or making money. So can we get really good at building use cases? Now, one thing that can help through all of this is when we think about what a data strategy is. A data strategy is, how are you using data to support the business strategy? And if you can show the business strategy is these 5 goals, here's how data was used in goal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're showing them, this is what data did to support this. We were successful on all 5. And so if we tie everything back to the business, that's an easier sell. But we talked earlier about the siloing of IT, the siloing off of data. It's not always been that way.
That's such a great point, because I think more than ever I've heard people say, yes, business strategy and data strategy should be tied together.
Yep.
Then you go like, what is your business strategy and data strategy? There are a few people that know it, but the communication around business and data strategy is not where it is. So I think we have a role to play
100%.
to pull that out and pull that back to the work and make it part of the program.
Well, and data literacy around data strategy is, you don't have to build the strategy. You could be helping it, obviously. What is data governance? Well, let's teach you what that is and all that. But it's also guiding them to understand, I think, and I've lost my train of thought a little, so hopefully this is the route I was going, but data literacy around data strategy should be, why do we tie it to the business? Like I asked at the conference we were at this week, how many of you have like a fully executing data strategy? I don't know if I had one person raise their hand. We were at a data event,
Yes.
and they don't even know this.
Yeah.
So then it becomes, okay, well, let's take a step back. Do you have a business strategy? Well, yeah. Do you know that? Well, I have a good idea of that. Well, then you have a data strategy. Just formalize it.
Yeah.
Because if you know what that business strategy is, if you are doing anything with your data that is not tying back in some way to the business, stop doing it, right? Because then you're just wasting time. If you cannot tie it back, start over. So I think that what the data literacy with the data strategy can be this. It's teaching people, how does data get used to help businesses succeed? And for senior leaders, they know they want data. Right now, it's all about AI. And there's a lot of hype around AI. So how do we use AI right? Teach them these things. Because without doing that, you could be starting right back from where we always are. And data is seen as this thing over in the corner that people aren't the happiest with.
So Jordan,